Hello and a very warm welcome to you. We're here at the men's kata in the karateka competition. This, of course, the first ever European Games here in Azerbaijan. We're in downtown Baku at the Crystal Hall Arena. Wherever you are in the world today, it's great to have you with us. And if you're a fan of karate, you will recognise this sport as both a combat sport and a traditional martial art. This is the traditional style, and this is the kata being performed by Tural Balanji. Tural will be performing MP, and of course the 5 judges looking for intensity, control, focus, and the typical power of karate. Let's enjoy. Incredible focus and control. The local Azeri crowd, they're enjoying this kata element. It was kumite yesterday with double gold for Azerbaijan. Rafael Agaev taking hometown glory. Tural Balanji will be inspired to do the same. The intensity etched in his face. Crowd getting into it here now. Well, this 22-year-old started competing in 2003, so this will be the biggest event of his career. Fourth place in the European Championships in Turkey. He'd love to go one better here. MP all about poise and control, followed by quickness. Well, he grew up watching martial arts movies. He's in a movie of his own here today. Will he be the star of the show? Tural Balanji, excellent effort. In the kata, there are 5 judges, all scoring equally. It is a single elimination format. This man with a stern look in his face here, Adrian Guta, a Romanian competitor. He's performing Chataranya. The young man from Bucharest, a 23-year-old. A few top 10 finishes at the European Championships previously, but this is the biggest event of his competitive career, up against the hometown favourite Balanji. Karate, the stance so important, the balance required to execute these moves. These are all, of course, the self-defense element of karate. The combat style will be coming up very shortly, so do stay with us if you're a fan of that. But Adrian Guta here going through his paces. Nice front snapping kick there. Packed house here at the Crystal Hall Arena. All karate aficionados enjoying this one. Of course, the origins of the sport from Okinawa in Japan, emphasizing the self-control, perseverance and power. Young Adrian Guta has exhibited just that. This Chatanyari Nokanshuki, the kata. Jumping front kick and back fist to finish. Customary poise required. He's executing it with fine style here. I'd be happy with this performance. Good work from Adrian Guta. They will now wait for the judges to make their pronouncement. Will it be Azerbaijan? Will it be Romania? Well, you can guess who the local Baku faithful would like it to be, red or blue. Well, it's a 5-0 win in favour of the man in the middle, Tural Bajanli. I'm sure at the Karate Club Champion Baku, his coach Vahid Ayezov will be delighted with that one. Good performance, the pressure was on in front of the home crowd. Manjali takes the win. There's confirmation for you of the kata result. 5-0 in favour of this man here. Well, look at the intensity. Many, many years of practice has gone into this. Power and grace, the watchwords of karate. Manjali will take some beating here as we go on. Mehmet Yakan of Turkey against Mindak, the Frenchman. And interestingly here, both men will perform the same kata. Mehmet Yakan will announce it here, Anan. And they shout the name of the kata that they will perform to the judges. Anan it is. Let's see what Istanbul's Yakan has to offer here. The 23-year-old medical science student. Will he give out a lesson here today in the kata? Tremendous power. The key, so important, that's the energy behind each move. Blows delivered with incredible force and control. Yakan, of course, is under 21 world champion. I'm sure he would trade that for a gold medal here in Baku at the first ever European Games. Tremendous intensity, appreciated by the Baku faithful. And of course, this is the first time that karate has been involved in a multi-sport competition. So wonderful for them to show off their skills and style. They were treated to excellent combat yesterday. There's more of that coming up soon. It's all about Mehmet Yakan here. Took a silver medal in the European Championships this year. Can he go one better here? He's put in a fantastic performance so far. Each of these moves designed to fend off an opponent. For every action, a reaction. For every move, a counter move. Yakan's demonstration of Anan, he'll be delighted with that one. Of course, all of these moves ingrained into their muscle memory. and they can execute it under pressure. And the next man to try and do the exact same will be Minh Dak, 32-year-old from Paris. Well, the judges will have a direct comparison because he will be doing Anan, as he's announced to the 5 judges. Intimidated enough just by the shout. Minh from Paris in France, 3rd at the European Championships this year. So he's used to finishing on the podium. Crisp moves, great snapping front kicks there from Dak. He's all business here, the Frenchman. The judges too will have a direct comparison to make, the same kata being performed. Well, like everything in life, self-control so important, and Minh Dak has that down to a T at the moment. Super serious frown on the face there. He's up for this one, Dak. Nice low side kick mixed in with the knife hand block. Twin palm strike there from Dak. Bronze medalist at the World Championships a year ago. Managed a silver in the World Cup in Paris, his hometown. That has been a tremendous effort from Minh Dak. You can hear the odd shout of Türkiye in the background, and the Azeri locals are joining in. They know the judges have to make their pronouncement. Will it be red? Will it be blue? Will it be Minh? Will it be Yakan? With a flourish, the judges pronounce 5 in favour, 4 in favour in fact. You can see what it means to him. He will advance through to the semi-finals now. Mehmet Yakan performing, Anan there, performing it fantastically well. It's a 4-1 win for the Turk. Forgot to bow to the judges. Always important to keep the referees on your side.
Ladies and gentlemen, next match.
If you're a fan of any other sport, you know that. It can be a sensitive bunch, the referees.
Representing Croatia, Vilatka Kiuk.
Tatamiçide kadınlar kata. Kırmızı kemerde Хорватия temsilcisi Latka Kiuk.
In blue belt representing Azerbaijan,
Mehmet Yakan made it look easy there. Unblinking, unflinching. The super slow-mo shows you the hours of training that's gone into it to have such control. Well, Mehmet Yakan's coach there, a nod of approval. But who will meet the approval of the judges here in the women's elimination round in Pool B? Vlata Kuik from Croatia. She will be first on the mat, and she will go with Goji Shio Sho. Goji Shio Sho, of course, Japanese kata. Terminology, of course, nicely pronounced as well, better than I did, to be fair. She will go against Adila Gurbanova of Azerbaijan, who's waiting in the wings. Nice double punch from the Croatian here, from Zagreb. 29-year-old. Always been around the podium, close to the medals, but never quite made it into the top echelons of the sport, so that's a big arena for her. She's showing no signs of nerves, perfect composure. Judges, of course, looking for stance, control, power, and precision. Zlata Keuik giving it all she's got here. Got to have great poise and body awareness, or zanshin as it's known within karate, that awareness, the control of all of your moves. I think she might have knocked one of the judges over there with that shout. Perfect intensity though from this Croatian karateka. This undoubtedly the biggest moment of Yatakan's sporting career, and she's done herself proud there with that rendition. Koji Shiosho executed with great control and great poise. She's going to have to go some here because she's going up against Adila Gurbanova. She comes striding into the arena, onto the tatami, all business, the local Baku karateka here. Kankudai is the kate to be performed here. We saw Turul Baljani dominate in his rendition and performance. They're both from the same club in Baku. This Crystal Hall situated perfectly in the bay of the Caspian Sea, a beautiful location. The hall itself was designed for the Eurovision Song Contest. Thankfully they've changed the judges since then, so hopefully full fairness observed here, but perfect poise so far from the World Cup champion. This 25-year-old studies economics at the local state university. It's that economy of movement that's helping her. Great precision all the way through here. Jumping front kick and back fist. Great finish there. Gurbanova receiving acclaim from the Baku karate experts in the crowd. They know that was a good performance, a strong performance. Zlata Keuik and Adila Gurbanova. While they wait the pronouncement of the judges. Red or blue for a spot in the semi-final here at the first ever European Games. What will the 5 judges say? 5 reds in favour of Croatia's Zlata Keuik. Wonderful work there. Upset the local crowd there, but her performance, her execution of the kata met with the approval of the judges. And we said there, good to see favourite judges just picking out the best kata rather than the local favourite. Very easy to be swayed by that in a partisan arena, but wonderful work there from Zlata Keuik. Some consolation for Adila Gurbanova. She may be in the bronze medal matches later on. We will bring those to you very shortly. Well, that was the penultimate karate kata version. Next up will be Turkey and Germany in the women's kata. And that will be the last of the kata for the moment. Then we'll be on to kumite. Kumite, of course, the sparring, fighting. But fighting it out now will be Telma Bozan from Turkey. And Bozan will be performing Suparamai. She's just told us that perfectly there. This is the youngest competitor in the field here, the 18-year-old from Izmir. She's got that confidence of youth. Great intensity behind each move. She's just finishing off high school in Izmir. I think if you forgot her homework, then I don't know if the teacher would ask too often for it. With that power and ferocity behind each move. Bozan not to be messed with here. And it's the smooth execution of the moves that the 5 judges are looking for. The judges with their red and blue flags. They're very natty grey suits as well. But the steely glaze here of Bozan. She's got eyes on gold. Will she make it past Jasmine Blul of Germany? But this performance of Super Impai, well, it's been super from start to finish. Look at the horse riding stance there. Great control. She's giving it plenty. Not holding anything back here. She knows there's a spot in the medal matches at stake here. The judges pay attention down to the very smallest detail, the hand position. Are the fingers closed? Could you defend an attack with these moves? The karateka here. So important to emphasize that self-control. She's going to be happy with that performance there. Telma Bozan treating this to Super Impai. It was a super performance. She will now have to anxiously wait for the arrival of Jasmine Blul. Here comes the 22-year-old from Aschenberg in Germany. She will perform Gojo Shinosho. The focus, incredible. It's the internal discipline required to develop the skill in martial arts that is just as important as this external representation of it. Every day you have to pick up your kit bag and go to training. Every day you have to practice these moves again and again and again. Thousands of hours of preparation goes into this. Anything done well looks easy. And Jasmine Blul is making this look very simple indeed. Perfect clear lines with a punch. She is the world bronze medalist from 2014 in her native Germany. World Championships in Bremen. She's going to have to reach those heights here to get past Bozan, who was excellent in her execution. Well, Blue stands at just 5 feet 156 centimetres, but it's pure power. Don't let that stature fool you. Lovely control of the stance there. So important in karate to get the base correct from the foundations. The rest flourishes. Blue, full intensity here. She's down the stretch of Gojo Shiosho. She's clearly perfectly in the zone. As the expectant supporters here in the Crystal Hall in Baku, they know that was an excellent performance. Of course, it's decision time now, and the shouts of Turkey fill the arena. Will it be Turkey? Will it be Germany? Red or blue? Well, by a margin of 4-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner on tatami number 2
in favour of Dilara Bozan.
representing Turkey, Dilara Bozan.
She performed super in Pai. It's a super result for her. Turkish delight for Bozan. She marches on to the semi-finals. Yasmin Blue, well, we may see her in the repechage just depending on how the pools end. But that completes the kata element for the first session of karate here. And if you like your action a little bit more rough and tumble, it's time for the fighting to begin to get underway. But there we have confirmation. Mehmet Yakan tops the table. Mindak in the men's kata. They're both qualified. Here we have women's kata, Bozan and Blil making it through. Vlatakuk and Gurbanova, well, they'll have learned a lot from this experience.
Bakü 2015 Avrupa Oyunları zamanı karate, kumite ve kata olmakla iki növde temsil olunur.
Well, of course, every martial art has two sides to it. There's the personal development, as we've seen, self-control, etiquette and perseverance performed in the kata. But now it is time to fight. It's time to get onto the mat. And we're going to enjoy kumite. And kumite, of course, the Japanese word for sparring. Sparring, of course, code for fighting. It's time to get on the mat, get on the tatami and strut their stuff. They will be joining us in a few moments' time. Do stay with us for that. It will be the minus 68 kilogram category. Kicking us off. Switzerland against Iceland. They'll be on the mat in just a moment's time. Do stay with us for that.
Has a duration of 3 minutes, and in women's kumite, elimination bouts have a duration of 2 minutes.
Well, the men's matches last for 3 minutes. The women's 2 minutes in duration. Kicking and punching, the watchwords of karate. You can score up to 3 points for kicking to the head. That is, of course, the most difficult technique. If you punch to the face, you're also rewarded. Likewise, kicks to the body, the ippons and the wazaris. Well, you'll get a feel for it as we go along. A yuko is 1 point for a valid punch to the body. If you manage to land a kick to the body, a wazari, that's 2 points. It'll be the 3 point ippon for the valid kick to the head. The athletes, of course, just going through their paces, getting themselves warmed up and ready to go. They'll know that yesterday was a tremendous day for karate. What a wonderful introduction for the sport. 2 gold medals presented by the President of the nation, and all presented in front of the President of the IOC. So that will go down well in terms of karate's push for 2020 Olympic inclusion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Women's Kumite -68 kg elimination round, Pool A on tatami number 1. In the red belt, representing Austria, Teresa Alisa Buchinger.
Well, as you can see clearly, there are 2 tatamis running at the same time, 2 mats. We're focusing on mat 2. They're on their way to join us in just a moment's time.
In blue belts, representing Greece, Vasiliki Panetsidou.
Gökkemer'de Yunanistan temsilcisi Vasiliki Panetsidou.
Ladies and gentlemen, Women's Kumite -68 kg elimination round, Pool B on tatami number 2. In red belt,
Here come the athletes for our mat of choice. We have Switzerland and Iceland. Elena Kurici here with David Bowman, her coach. 21-year-old from Geneva. She go home with gold today though. Elena Kurici against Telma Frímannsdóttir. Frímannsdóttir, 22-year-old. Well, she's finished in the top 16 a few times at the World Championships, so she's got some experience. Let's see what Frímannsdóttir has got to offer here. Not much of a height difference between the two. The Icelander, Frímannsdóttir, slightly taller in blue, but good intensity and quickness on the way through there from Kurici. Well covered. And she's managed to take a yuko point there, that chokozuki, that front punch, doing the damage there. Well, Kurici full of intensity straight away here, bobbing and weaving. Frímannsdóttir tries to go with the roundhouse kick to the body, but it is the punch, the Gyakuzuki, the reverse punch. There's a roundhouse from Kurici, and she's up for this one, firing in the blows here. The Swiss fighter Frímannsdóttir's just been caught on the hop a little bit here, trying to change the angle of attack. Good punch again to the body. The reverse punch again from Kurici. Yep, she scored it again, Elena Kurici. This is a dream start for the under-18 European champion. Well, she won that crown here in Baku, so she's feeling right at home here. With less than a minute to go, she tried with the expansive headshot there, but it looks like Frímannsdóttir may have snuck a punch in on the inside. Well, it was, in fact, that score that we mentioned, the head kick, the Mawashigeri roundhouse, scoring a 3-point shot. Perfect start for Kurici. She even drops out the back kick. The spinning roundhouse kick. There's a roundhouse kick in favour of Frímannsdóttir. You've got to admire the intensity and desire from the Icelander. There's a nice hook kick again. Wonderful technique there from Kirichi, and that's going to be that for this one. It could be an early finish here. Yep, Frímannsdóttir wins by superiority, and she certainly was. Credit goes to Telma Frímannsdóttir, but Elena Kirichi, 21-year-old from Switzerland, that's a textbook start for her. Wonderful punch to the body. That reverse punch there, perfectly executed. There's the control with the head kick. And of course, karate, slightly different than some other combat sports. It's about touch contact and control. There's confirmation of the result. Here from Montenegro, Marija Rakovic. She is ready to rumble here. Her opponent, Hafsa Baruku. Baruku, of course, part of the Turkish stable. Medals aplenty yesterday, including gold. Can she replicate that feat today?
Ladies and gentlemen, next match on tatami
There'll be feet and hands flying around here. Rakovic on the left of your screen, in the red belt, the 27-year-old. She had a bronze at the European Championships this year. Can she get on the podium at the European Games? She's the taller of the two, standing at 1.81 m, but she's got a very squat stance, a low position. That's designed to minimise the target. Good footwork from the Montenegrin. What can Hafsa Baruku produce? There's a little leg tap there. Just a signal of intent, and that signal of intent will be matched by the referee. As he drops out his hand jive motions there, just to make sure that they get on with it. There's a good sweep attempt there from Rakovic. Hafsa Baruku's just been in her shell a little bit here, just been subdued by the advances of Rakovic. Baruku, of course, 2012 European champion. World bronze medalist as well back in 2010, so she's got the pedigree, she's got the experience. Got the support of the local crowd as well. Just looks a little bit shell-shocked at the moment though. But as we saw with the kata, it's about patience and then exploding into action. And just like that, the sweep attempt again from Rakovic, trying to use those long legs to good effect. That's it, changing the distance there from Marina Rankovic. She can see that it's not quite happening for her just now in terms of getting on the scoreboard. Will they make the move? Well, with 20 seconds left, they're going to have to do something, unless they're going to leave it in the hands of the referees. Will there be a telling score down the stretch here? There's a thought about a roundhouse kick there from Rakovic. There's a punch. There's a takedown. It's been a slow start. 4 seconds left. It will go to the referee's superiority here. Let's see what they've got to say. Based on quality, the draw, of course, here in the pool stages, draws are given, so the points will go onto the scoreboard. If there is a draw in the medal matches, it goes to a thing called hand tie, and hand tie decides who will be the victor, and that's based on referee superiority. But just to clarify, here in the opening stages, the group phases, Veltman, Honkalu and Ganieva will be fighting it out here. Ganieva from Pleven City, going up against Milton Hokaglu. Hokaglu's coach there. Likewise, he was a busy man yesterday, Mehmet Özkan. Hokaglu and Geneva. Hokaglu, under 21 world champion. She's the lady in red. Will she have the gold around her neck at the end of the day? It's going to be a long day for these karateka. They've been waiting in the wings for the kata to be completed. It's now time for kumite, full contact. It is contact with control that's required. Punch is just slipping over the shoulder there. Was there enough contact? Nope, there was not. The referee pulls them back in. There's a good headshot. The flags are out in favour of Hokaglu. The Turk was 1-0 to the good. Good reverse punch from both female fighters. Who will get the credit? Well, it is Hokaglu again. Greater accuracy. Baku 2015 European Games logo just been stepped on.
Representing Azerbaijan,
Back on tatami number 1, Irina Zaretska from Azerbaijan, making progress. There's a good roundhouse kick as Zakulu tries to make progress as well, but I think she's dislodged the protective glove there.
Representing Croatia, Masa Martinovic.
Hörmətli xanımlar, tatami 1'də qadınlar arasında kumite 68 kilogramdan yuxarı. Qırmızı kəmərdə Xorvatiya təmsilçisi Masa.
A minute to go here. There was just a little bit of excessive contact there. If the punch is too hard, waved off. The referee just unsure of what had happened there. All set though on the scoreboard. Good attempted roundhouse kick to the head there from Geneva. Geneva had blown there. There's another roundhouse, but was it after the punch? It looked to have been 2-1 in favour now of Milton Hokaglu. Hokaglu getting confident now. The target beginning to present itself. 30 seconds to go here. I think that Mehmet Özkan, the coach, has asked for a video replay clarification. Looking for a 3-point score there, indicated. I think it was for a head kick. Özkan there. Yes, there we can see the video replay judge and jury trying to make the decision. Well, it's a new system implemented by karate, similar to the lines of taekwondo, designed to ensure that fairness is upheld. Mehmet Özkan, of course, sharp-eyed. He saw that there was a valid kick in his book thrown by Milton Hokaglu, and this will be a key moment in the match here. If it goes beyond 3-0, you have to fancy Hokaglu to win. Geneva is up against it already, the Bulgarian. Anxious times as the judges make their pronouncement. Just to clarify, it was a 3-point kick that was being looked for. The referee just ensuring that that has been explained to the judges. Of course, this is the first time that karate has been at a major competition like this. So nervous times, of course, for the referees and the judges. Not always easy. Technology doesn't always work. I'm sure you've dropped your phone a few times and it's not always served you well, or your computer freezes, or I think they're getting a little bit of a technological slowdown. And that won't do the athletes any good, because well, the decision has been made. The video request overturned. Nice turning kick there, a nice roundhouse kick to the body from Gunnlaugur. Well, she didn't stand on ceremony. There was the 2-point kick. And it is now all over bar the shouting now. Very difficult for Borislava Janeva to come back from this one. Tries with a triple punch, tries with a roundhouse kick and a flying glove. Ozcan, the coach, advising his player just to keep concentrating. It's never over till it's over. You've got to wait for the end of it, but this one a formality now. Be nice for the Bulgarian Ganeva to get on the scoreboard. She has done. That give her some crumb of comfort for her efforts here at the first ever European Games. She's been full of intensity and aggression. A little bit short on footwork, just powering forward. Well, powering forward to the semi-final matches from the Turkish stable of world-class fighters. Milton Gunnlaugur looking good all the way through there.
Ladies and gentlemen, next match on tatami number
25-year-old from Istanbul made it look simple, opened up with the body punches, and then closed the show with the head kicks.
Tatami 2'de Kadınlar Kumite 68 kilogram ve ondan yukarı. Kırmızı kemerde Finlandiya temsilcisi Helena Kuisisto.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner on tatami number 1 in red belt, representing Croatia, Masa Martinovic.
Göğ kemerde tatami 2'de.
Well, from Finland, Elena Kusitsu, and her opponent Ivana Zaitseeva. Zaitseeva, the Russian. Kusitsu from Finland, from Helsinki. She's a big fan of swimming to keep herself in condition. And of course, as you've seen, these are weight-based categories, so they always have to keep themselves in shape. Ansi Kalevto, the coach, I'm sure they don't have to make weight anymore. One of the joys of coaching, or indeed commentating, you don't have to diet down to the categories to be in shape for it. Sometimes you find the taller athletes, as you can see on the right of your screen in blue, Zaitseeva, standing at 1.68 meters. So sometimes they have to diet down to make the weight. I was walking through the Athletes Village the other day, and the boxers were out in their sweat gear, shaking off the last few pounds, and the karateka will be the same. They always try to get the advantage. The bigger you are in your category, the greater the reach that you've got. Zaitseeva tries to reach there with a roundhouse to the head. Well blocked though from Kusitsu. Kusitsu goes with a nice punch to the head there, but it looked as if it was Zaitseeva that landed it. Maybe a little bit too much power. Too much power involved in that punch, so it doesn't score. Yep. Karate about controlled touch contact required. They're flying around here. As Elena Kusitsu hits the mat. She's a European bronze medalist on 2 occasions, 2013 and 14. What has she got in store here? The first ever European Games in 2015. Will she make it into the medal matches? This will be important. A triple punch there from Kusitsu on the way through. A little bit too much power from Kusitsu though. The Finnish coach Ansi Kalpevo, he knows that was not a valid score as we reach into the second and final minute of the match. Good leg sweep attempt there. Karate about hitting as well as not being hit. Blocking so important. The judge is unmoved. They haven't got the flags out yet. To the last 25 seconds of this bout here. Matches can finish in a draw at this stage. In the latter reaches in the semi-finals and finals, it goes to hand tie, which is superiority. But they're tied up here with 10 seconds come and gone. Is there a pivotal punch or kick to make the difference? Well, they both get faked out by each other there. The quality cancelling each other out. Good match, but it's a draw. Elena Kusutsu and Ivana Zaisteva. Finland and Russia sharing the spoils.
Match on tatami number 2. Women's kumite minus 68 kilogram elimination round pool B. In red belt, representing Switzerland, Elena
Well, falling onto that in quick style, it is the women's minus 68 match between Switzerland and Turkey. This is the pool format, the round robin. Elena Kirici, as we saw her winning earlier on, the under-18 European champion against Hafsa Borucu. She's a world bronze medalist and indeed double European champion. So a real battle of wits here. Will against skill. All we need is a referee and judges. The coaches are in place.
Women's kumite minus 68 kilogram elimination round pool A.
David Baumann there,
representing Austria,
full of focus. The last bit of game plan has obviously been passed on. The tail of the tape has been observed. You can see much of a muchness in terms of height. Hafsa Borucu standing at 174. A little bit taller than Kirici at 168. Can the Turk use that to her advantage? Borucu in blue, Kirici in red. Kirici's jumping up high every time she comes in to try and give her the advantage with that triple punch. Wonderful counter though from Borucu. She looked as if she'd landed a punch to the head of Jordan Zuki. It was holding. I don't think the coach was too happy with that one. Kirici trying to take the centre of the mat, the Swiss in red, but not giving any ground. Borucu. The referee calls them back to attention. A little bit slow of a start here. And a warning each, Chukoku. That's the low grade warning. There's a series of warnings all the way through to disqualification, but no danger of that at the moment. But there's a good punch through. Was it for Kirici? It most certainly was. Kirici stuck in the corner with 30 seconds left. That's where being a little smaller has an advantage. She stays low. Was there a punch landed there from Borucu, or was she holding? And she looked to be holding on to the karate gi, the uniform. You're not allowed to hold and hit. 10 seconds left now. The double European champion Borucu in all kinds of trouble. Kirici will be delighted with her start to the day. She stays low. Walks in close and just avoids a head kick there by the merest of margins. That could have been a bad one. Elena Kirici has killed the clock and won a valuable match there. Excellent work there from Kirici.
Winner on
I'm sure our coach David Bowman and her will be delighted with that one. Hafsa Baruku, well, she'll live to fight another day. She'll go back and analyse it with Mustafa Solmaz, her coach. Try and figure out what needs to be done. Any adjustments required?
In red belt representing Montenegro, Marina Rakovic. In blue belt,
Marina Rakovic, the Montenegrin, onto the mat, and she will go up against Ivana Zesteva. Tell a lie, she will go up against Telma Rut Frímannsdóttir from Iceland.
Telma Frímannsdóttir.
Frímannsdóttir, younger by 5 years, but shorter in stature, and she had a tough match earlier on against Karici, losing 9-0. So Frímannsdóttir doesn't have her problems to seek at this moment. Sheila spoken to her coach Gunnlaugur Sigurðsson and tried to figure out a way to arrest what has been a difficult start for her. Sure, she'll be getting lots of support from her karate club after Lung. Good attempt at a throw there from Rakovic. Looks up for this one. Holding on the way through. It has to be one continuous movement. Marina Rakovic just getting hold of the wrong end of the uniform. A minute and 30 gone so far. Not much to choose between the two. This will help Frímannsdóttir's confidence for sure. Marina Rakovic not letting up for a second. The 27-year-old takes a chukoku. From Podgorica. Marina Rakovic just putting on all the pressure. She's got Frímannsdóttir off the mat. I think we're going to see a video replay request here from Marina Rakovic's coach, Jordan Zuki. It's a face punch. We're looking for a Jordan Zuki. Let's see what the video replay panel have to say about this one. Let's have a look for ourselves. Watch the rear hand there. Well, it looked to be some contact. And if it is controlled contact and face touch, it will score. Rakovic's coach here, waiting anxiously. He's played the card. If he gets it right, he keeps it. If he doesn't, it could be a pivotal moment here. But Rakovic has been the better of the two, if truth were told. We've had a few draws so far. Well, it has not been upheld, as you can see. It's worth throwing the card in there. But Rakovic and Frímannsdóttir, it's as we were. The stalemate continues. Frímannsdóttir with a very high guard. She's aware of the height difference. Good reverse punch to the body there. Agaya Kozuki from Rakovic. She got a bronze medal at the Europeans this year. Tries with his sweep there. That was excellent work. I wonder if she did it in one continuous movement, or was the kick a little too hard? It had to be a clear sweep rather than a volley to the thigh. So I've been watching. Yep, too much power in that kick there. Distance first required for Maria Rakovic. She is the taller. She can keep Frímannsdóttir at bay. Telma Frímannsdóttir. Well, she's had a couple of top 16 finishes at the world level. She's not going to finish too well here. It looks like another point. Yes, indeed. Although, Gunnlaugur Sigurðsson, I think he's asked for a video replay. Is it a video replay, or is it to do with the process of time? Was he looking for more time there? I think he's maybe saying that there was 4 or 5 seconds wasted there while he asked for the video replay. I think it was that Jordan Zuki punch to the face he was looking for. He was also saying that in the time it took for the referee to realise it, that 4 seconds elapsed. Well, it hasn't worked out for Gunnlaugur Sigurðsson. Unlucky there from Frímannsdóttir at the end. She gave it all she had. Maria Rakovic knows she was in a match there, but she marches on with the win for Macedonia. Montenegro indeed. I apologise to everyone in both nations. The Montenegrin Rakovic, by virtue of that body punch. Well, happy coach, happy fighter. Happy days for Montenegro.
Well,
we've seen how good Turkey has been. Meltman Okoglu against Ivana Zasteva. Now these two, both world-class fighters. Meltem Hukaglu, under 21 world champion, the 23-year-old from Izmir, against Ivana Zasteva. A couple of silver medals in the Karate Premier League this season, one of them notably in Russia. So let's see what the 21-year-old can produce here.
Evet Meltem, gördün onu, aldın ayarını. Birini boşaltıyor, ikinciyi yapmaya çalışıyor.
He needs to stop. The referee just explaining that they have to stop on command. It's hard to do that when you've got one leg in the air and flying fists everywhere. Russia against Turkey. Good reverse punch there to Jordan Zuki. Attempt to the head from Okoglu. Did it score? It was holding on the inside. Takes a warning for that one. Well, you can see the height difference. 10 centimetres of a difference. 1 metre 86 for Zasteva. She's using that reach to her advantage at the moment. Hasn't told on the scoreboard, but Okoglu has to reach in every time. Holding again, another warning. She has to be careful here, doesn't want to get too many more of those. Good kick to the head there by the looks of things. Was there any contact? Again, it looks as if there was some holding on the inside. Well, the Russian coach doesn't really care less. He's more interested in the fact that Turkey are struggling here. 0-0. It's been a pulsating match here. Hasn't been anything doing on the scoreboards just yet. The referee's flags have not been up in action. Zasteva taking a sore one with a punch there. Well, 40 seconds to try and do something. They've not managed just yet to try and get on that scoreboard.
Evet. 30 saniyen var. Uyuma, evet. Yukarı yapabilirsin Fenkleri. Kaçırma.
Good punch again from Okoglu. She's been very aggressive. She's refusing to give up on this one. Nuri Erikan, her coach, is imploring her to keep going forward. Zasteva in all kinds of trouble. Can she see out the last 2 seconds? Well, she takes a draw there. Should be glad to settle for that one, Ivana Zasteva.
Tatami number 2, draw.
Good match. That result definitely will be better received in the Russian camp.
Ladies and gentlemen, next match on tatami number 2, Women's Kumite plus 68 kilogram elimination round, Pool B. In red belt representing Finland.
Well, from Finland, Elena Kusitsu.
Blue belt representing Bulgaria, Borislava.
She will go against Gayeva. The Bulgarian, Ganeva, had a tough start to the day, losing out 5-1 to Hokoglu that we've just seen. Ganeva, the 25-year-old from Pleven in Bulgaria. A couple of Karate Premier League wins to her name. Here's her coach, obviously nervously enjoying the occasion. Likewise, Anssi Kaltevo, the Finnish coach. But who will finish the stronger here? Well, you can see certainly who the taller is. The flying Finn up at 177. Ganeva down at 168. Sometimes as a taller fighter it's difficult to attack against smaller competitors. And there is why, because Ganeva is in the eye line and drops in that Jordan Zuki punch to the face. So it's only an advantage if he can use it. Nice little tap to the shin just to let Kusitsu know that she's still there. Ganeva. Well, Kusitsu had a 0-0 draw against Kutseva of Russia. Can she go one better? I'm sure all our fans and supporters at Porin Shotokan. Oh, she walked into another punch there, tries for the takedown. Good strength though from Ganeva. She had a torrid start, Ganeva, with a 9-0 defeat, but she's got herself some confidence here. Kuboko there, a warning. She's the European bronze medalist on a couple of occasions, 2014 and 15. So we're expecting more from Finland's Elena Kusitsu. Ganeva unfancied on the way into this competition. She's putting up a good show here. Anssi Kaltevo, the coach from Finland, has got his work cut out here to try and think of something in the last 30 seconds, because this could prove a very important victory here for the Bulgarian Ganeva. There's another good head punch there, another good Jordan Zuki. She's making the shots count here. Was it a little bit too much contact? Yeah, there was too much holding on the inside there. What a 25-year-old from Pleven City. She's turning on the style here. Great win is in the offing for the Bulgarian Ganeva. This would be music to her. Good attempted step through back kick there. And roundhouse kick. Was that enough to score? Well, it was not enough to score. And how significant could that prove down the stretch in terms of the scoring and qualifications?
Number 2 in blue belt representing Bulgaria.
Well, there's a good win for Borislava Ganeva. Elena Kusitsu. She'll live to fight another day. and it was the height differential. The straight punch popped right in onto the chin. Lovely control there.
Representing Iceland, Telma Rut Frímannsdóttir.
Well, we've seen the best of the plus 68 category. And let's shift it down a gear to the minus 68 groupings. We have Iceland and Turkey. This is Telma Rut Frímannsdóttir. Against Hafsan Baruku. As we've said, double European champion. Baruku, world bronze medalist as well. If Telma Rut Frímannsdóttir can produce anything here, it will be an exceptional moment for her. She lost 9-0 to Elena Curici at the start of today. Drops a nice punch in there, but I think it looked as if it was... Yep. It looked to be the Turk that scored. Hafsan Baruku, a good start for her. Frímannsdóttir on the mat. But on the scoreboard, she'll be happy with that one. 1-0 in favour of Iceland. But there's a good head kick there. Yep, normal service is resumed. Hafsan Baruku dropping in that Mawashigeri to the head. Perfect control, tries another one and gets it again. Well, she knows she's got Frímannsdóttir's number. She's ringing it out here, ringing out the changes and ringing in the ears of Frímannsdóttir. A couple of toe-touching shots to the temple from the Turk. Well, Frímannsdóttir had started so well. There's a nice roundhouse kick again to the body. Baruku even had time to step back and look at the judges because she knows this 2-point score will put her in prime position. She may even win by superiority by a points gap, but Baruku, you don't get paid extra for overtime in karate. You just want to get it done when you can. Tries the shot again. Good work from Frímannsdóttir. You cannot fault her in terms of effort and intensity. And I'm sure her coach Gunnlaugur Sigurðsson will be saying just that at the end. And the end is near. By superiority. Well, she just walks away there, Hafsan Baruku. She was obviously a little bit annoyed that she took that Jordan Suki at the start there. I was confused myself. I thought it soared for Baruku, but the young Icelander Frímannsdóttir popped that shot in there, bang. Scored a great shot. But after that, there's the connection. Frímannsdóttir, that's great experience for her here at the European Games. She'll learn an enormous amount from that and take that back to Helsinki for her karate development. But things are developing nicely down on the mat. We're in the minus 68 group. Elena Curici back on the mat. She will go against Macedonia's Marina Rakovic. Rakovic has been a tough competitor so far. World bronze medalist, silver at the Balkan Games, a 27-year-old from Macedonia. Elena Curic, European under-18s champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, next match on tatami number 1. Women's Kumite minus 68 kg.
She's got that 1-0 win so far against Hafsan Baruku, so she's putting herself into prime position at the moment. Rakovic drew 0-0 with Baruku, so in terms of a head-to-head comparison, we shall see if that makes any bearing on it. There's a nice little tap to the leg there. Rakovic tried the sweep. Good punch to the head there, the Jordan Suki from Rakovic. That looked to score. It most certainly did. 27-year-old from Podgorica, representing her nation with great skill and intensity. Very wide stance, just keeps herself a low target. Karici, one of the favourites just at the moment, the way she's been performing, but Rakovic using that front leg again just to keep Karici at bay, and the punch again. It's hard work for Elena Karici to try and get into the distance, and you can see that the Macedonian is moving well now, just trying to shuffle around the mat, trying to get off the, changing angles, going from one side to the other. Good attempt from Karici, tried to change the angle of the attack, but with 10 seconds to go here, a 1-point game. Good movement again. Well, she may be standing at 1.81 m, but her stature belies her mobility. Good work and great movement from Marina Rakovic. She takes a warning for it, but she couldn't care less because she's going to take a win, and that's a big one. You can see by the reaction. Elena Karici subdued there, but it was Marina Rankovic. It was that timing with this punch here, bang, right on the top of the temple. There's a nice shot for you. You can also see a very happy coach, of course. A good result there for Macedonia as we shift back up into the heavier category, the plus 68 kilogram female fighters. Borislava Gianeva from Bulgaria. She will go against Ivana Zaisteva, the Russian. Zaisteva, of course, a couple of silver medals, most notably in her hometown in Moscow, in the Karate Premier League. Well, I wonder if you can guess which one of them is 1.86 m. I'll leave you shouting at the screen. It is, of course, a big step up here for Gianeva, but we've seen her before. She knows how to punch well to the body, and she's going to have to move a lot, and that doesn't suit her style. There's a good attempted head kick there. I think it's going to be a deduction for stepping out of the mat. Yep, into the red zone of the tatami. It's hard to sustain that footwork when you're not an attacking threat, but a Jordan Zuki attempt there. Are we going to see a video replay? Yes, I think we are. A Jordan Zuki video replay attempt. Let's have a look at Gianeva here. Oh, that's a good shot. Quite a lot of impact behind it. The coach obviously enjoying that one. They've worked on that. They realise, as we said, the height differential. If you're in the eye line, if you're hovering beneath the eye line of your competitor, sometimes hard to spot you in the peripheral vision. Staring intently at the three good men in true, hovering around the laptop. I promise they're not checking their emails. They're actually checking, is it a score? Will it be? No. The only rationale I can see behind that was too much power behind it. There was certainly contact, but karate about control, not about clobbering someone in the jaw. Gianeva's very intense here at the moment. She's going for it. Zaisteva tried with a headshot on the way through. I think the fact that she was holding, yeah, the video replay card was played by the Russian coach. I think he's looking for a 3-point Mawashigeri kick to the head here. Let's look at the hooking motion here. She picks up the leg. We'll pick up the action. It obviously didn't score. The video replay card disappeared. There's a nice attempt there. The flags are up, and the flags are in favour of Zaisteva. just to make sure that she was still on the ground there, Zasteva. A double punch. It was a push preceding the punch. My Bulgarian is not my strongest suit. Zasteva, I'm guessing, means go for it, get forward. Big bravo is universal. The Bulgarian coach happy with the work, but there's a nice front punch there. Chokozuki attempt from Zasteva. Koiko warning. Well, let's see what the flags are. We can only see one in the corner. Was it a point? Wonderful work here. I'm getting more and more impressed. Point apiece. Ganeva, full of fight. Maybe the shorter of the two, but no shortage of heart from the Bulgarian. But the long limbs of Ivana Zasteva. She's on the back pedal. Well, the mouth is hanging open, the mouth guard showing. That's a sign that they're always tired. It's hard work to move her, and good punch though from Zasteva. Doesn't score, she's off the mat. 2 seconds to go. Well, Ganeva can be very proud of her efforts here. Can she produce something miraculous with 2 seconds? Just misses with the punch to the head. Good work from Russia's Ivana Zasteva. Well, they're putting on a show here at the karate. Pool B result. Borislava Ganeva overcome by Ivana Zasteva.
Next match on tatami number 2, women's kumite plus 68 kilogram elimination round, Pool B.
In these slow motion, you can see just how much effort is involved. Zasteva thought about a sneaky little punch there on the blind side, but years of training and self-control stopped her from that one. Well, Milton Hukaglu, under 21 world champion Helena Kusutso from Helsinki, European bronze medalist Kusutso. So this could be a real crackerjack encounter here. Who's going to find the momentum in this match? This is the heaviest weight category in the female group, the women's 68 plus. Kusutso had a 0-0 draw earlier on with Zasteva, who we've just seen from Russia. The 22-year-old.
Aç mesafeyi biraz aç. Evet, evet. Aç. Evet, aferin.
Well, I hope you've been enjoying the karate. Wonderful stuff so far here in the arena. Kusutso 0-0 with Turkey's Buruku. Plenty more karate to come throughout the day. But this heavyweight contest here at 0-0. Good punch to the head, Jordan Zuki attempt. Well, the Azeri fans here, they appreciate what's going on in this last match. Kosuglu from Finland putting on the pressure here. Well, the European bronze medalist here, Kusutso, in all kinds of trouble. The Turk just taking a tumble to her. She's understood. The Jordan Zuki punch there, that looked as if it scored. Yep, Mehmet Özkan, the Turkish coach, he's on his feet for the video replay. He's looking for that Jordan Zuki punch here. Watch the rear hand, perfectly executed. Plenty of power. Did it have enough control? Here's the shot from Hukoglu. This could be crucial as we're into the dying embers of this one. 17 seconds on the clock. It is indeed upheld. That punch spotted by Mesut Özkan, the Turkish coach. And Özkan could have given Hukoglu a chance here. Kusutsu of Finland has 5 seconds to try and find something pivotal here. This could be a huge win. It is indeed. It seals a semi-final spot for the Turk. Takes a little warning on the way through, couldn't care less. There's the result. Miltman Hukoglu beats Helena Kusutsu in the Pool B 68 kilogram contest. Well, I hope you've enjoyed all of the karate action here at the Crystal Hall. Do join us again for more, and I'll leave you to enjoy the victory there of Turkey's Hukoglu in the 68 kilogram contest. More karate to come, and do join us for that later in the day.